Just because you're in the great house doesn't mean that you're useful to God. Rain came, wind blew, I built my house on you. Yo, what's up? This is Donovan Anderson, a bond servant of God and the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm also the founder of 30 Mighty Men Ministries and the founder of Clean, the tools to achieve sexual integrity for the Christian man. So this video right here is talking to my guys out here who are really trying to find their way, man, with sexual integrity. So I was just in Houston, a blessing, man. Like, a pastor invited me out there to preach on Clean, make my first sermon. So hopefully I'll have it out soon so you can see it. But one thing I talked about was, like, Clean to me has two faces. There's an external face. So in the external face, there's tons of things happening, right? Like, people are getting off of pornography. There are men in my group who have gotten married. There have been babies being born. I've seen people come in for Clean but actually leave, giving up alcohol, giving up weed, marijuana, drugs. I've also seen, like, brotherhood being built, like not just friendship, but like the adversity, that fight, that spiritual warfare fight, and doing it together. And that short period of time that we're doing Clean for 5 weeks, you find that, man, like, I really know this cat. You feel like you've known them even longer than you've really known them, right? It's only been 5 weeks, but I feel like I've known you my entire life. But it's like that kind of like David Jonathan connection, right? But that's the external, and that's cool, right? So in the external, there are outcomes that are blessings from, you know, chasing sexual integrity and being sexually obedient toward God. But what I tell them as well is, like, this is an internal thing where, like, you only see it on the other end, because I've been doing Clean for so long. I've seen it over and over again where God is preparing these vessels, right? It's in 2 Timothy chapter 2, I think in verses 20 and 21, which says, like, in this great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but of wood and clay, some for honor and some for dishonor. And if anyone cleanses himself of the latter, he will become a vessel of honor, sanctified and useful for the master and prepared for every good work. And that really what Clean is doing. Clean is kind of is preparing the vessel. You are that vessel, and Clean is getting you prepared so that the master can use you. Clean doesn't get you salvation. You've already accepted Christ. You're already in the great house. That's a given. That's what Paul is saying. But in addition to that is this: just because you're in the great house doesn't mean that you're useful to God. Just because you're on the shelf means that you're useful, right? Like, you're on the shelf, but if you're a vessel of dishonor, means that you're defiled. So think about it in this way. If I have a bucket and I use it as a urinal, right? Then I'm not gonna now take this bucket and put fresh water in it for drink for the household, right? That vessel has to be clean. And really, a vessel like that, I might throw it out, right? But with the blood of Christ, the blood of Christ will clean anything. Like, there's no sin too great. Even Judas, who sinned against Christ himself, could have been forgiven if he came to God the Father and through Christ for forgiveness. That was possible, but he didn't, right? So, like, this bucket that's in the great house, it's still in the great house. It still has salvation, it's there, but will it be useful to the master? That's what Clean is doing. But to be useful to the master, what is exactly happening? When you become useful to the master reveals your purpose to you. He reveals the purpose of the vessel, why he created it in the first place, why did he design it, what was its original use for. So that bucket that I was using as a urinal, I thought, oh yeah, that's how I'm supposed to use this bucket, right? This is my bathroom. And God's like, no, actually, that bucket is to go into a deep well. It has this shape and this whatever because it was designed perfectly to fit into this well that has this parameters, and, like, it's gonna get us fresh water. Like, that was its use, that was its purpose. But you only discover that when you're sanctified. If you're not sanctified, why even bother with it? I can't use it anyway. Why reveal your purpose to you when you're not useful in the first place? Where you're the vessel is so defiled and so disgusting and dirty that there's no reason to even deal with it. But once it's clean, though, Once I can actually see it and like, I'm like, wow, this thing is pristine. Now let me use it for its intended use. Clean essentially is that. In clean, you will find, or God will reveal your purpose to you. That's what I think clean really does, because in the chasing after God, in the cleansing of the inside of the cup and dish, so that outside may also be clean, in that cleansing process, you discover what your purpose is. That's what clean is. So I tell the guys who come in, well, I don't tell, I mean, in interviews, if you get on the phone with me, I reveal to you that, like, I can't tell you what your purpose is. I can show you how to get clean though, so that your vessel is ready. But your purpose is between you and God. So yo, as always, man, these videos are not for me to be seen, but for you to be encouraged, man. To God be the glory. Peace.